mula kau na pagkamiulubi Muro kaya kapag hindi tulukma Syukulok mula Sukutukan kumu Pakaki Syukumula kau na pagkamiulubi Muro kaya kapag hindi tulukma Syukulok mula
Welcome to TigerBelly. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. My name is Bob. We got Khalyla. We got Gilbert.
That's
we got Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Yeah.
Gilbert. I first want to start off by saying thank you for my fans and our fans from Chicago that came to the show.
Yep.
I enjoy meeting you. I enjoy touching you. I enjoy hugging you, and I enjoy all of it. I also want to have a little conversation with Gilbert here.
Uh-oh.
You just said to me, thank you for being nice to my family.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that?
So they all came out to see Bobby's show.
A lot of them came out. Some came Friday. I think some came Sunday.
What do you think I was going to do? Because you said you were worried that I was going to say something to them.
Not really worried.
No, you said that. So what would I say?
Hey, are you Gilbert's uncle?
Yeah?
Your nephew sucks dick.
Yeah, but you know, can I just say something? Can I just say something to you? I got class, baby.
I know.
And I got intuition, and I've got a morality, all right? Why would I fucking do that?
I don't know.
I'm not going to expose them to your, like...
It's not my... Don't say my lifestyle. Don't say my lifestyle.
Your heathen behavior.
Okay.
Why would I go to your uncle and go, I think Gilbert sucks penis, but FYI, you know what I mean? That's on the down low.
It's on the DL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never do that, even though you do that.
Okay. Well,
okay?
Speaking of sucking dick.
No, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. You can do your notes in a second.
I don't
okay?
have notes.
All right, I just want to say this. I've been on the road 2 weeks in a row. I went to Houston and then went to Chicago. And Khalyla and Gilbert are spending a lot of time when I'm on the road behind my back. George, too, is involved. All right, so let me look at me right now, George. Right now, all right?
Ooh.
Are you fucking my girlfriend behind my sly?
No. Wait, would you say your sly?
Yeah. Behind my back.
George,
look at me. Okay. Look at me right now, you fucking Filipino gook. I love you.
I love you too, man.
But don't do it.
Don't do it, Gilbert.
I can't.
If you do,
I could never do it.
Let me just say, if you do,
I could never do it.
If you do,
look, I can never do it.
He's been begging Jessica all
Your
weekend
wrath.
Hey, don't reveal that either, okay?
Your
That's on the
wrath.
DL.
She's been telling
It's
me
on my
that
Snapchat.
you want Jessica,
Next,
my girlfriend.
Say that so loud. Why?
My girlfriend's best friend. You've been asking her if you could eat her butthole.
Blatantly, too, just
Blatantly,
like that.
right? You know what I mean? And I like your moves.
Yep.
And I like your.
You told me to be upfront.
I like
That's
his
very
persistence.
good.
Told me to be upfront.
I like your persistence.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
no, I did not. I'm not trying to have sex with Khalyla.
I'm just saying. I just want to throw it out there.
Okay.
I'm just saying, George, look at me right now. If you do,
He's just pretending to fix the camera.
George, you're you're nervous. If you do, there is going to be wrath coming your way. I trust my girlfriend. You would never do that, right?
You ask these boys as if I'm just an ornament in the room with no emotions.
You do have emotions, but you are an ornament. I'm kidding.
You just got Bobby lead.
Also, last thing I want to say before you go to your notes.
Okay.
All right.
Keep saying notes.
No. That
An empty page.
Thank you for your tweets about love. I'm only in 3 scenes.
So good.
You didn't see it, you fuck.
Oh,
He
watch
finished the whole
watch the whole
season.
thing.
All right.
So did I.
So
I love that show.
I'm in 3 or 4 scenes. Second season, I have one episode for sure that's revolved around my character, and I'm very grateful for your positive responses. Papa doesn't work much, but when Hollywood, you know what I mean, says you can do a little bit of things, you know what I mean, it makes me feel like I'm kind of relevant. But my main goal is this podcast. My main goal, you know what I mean, right now is this whole thing.
Sweetie, this podcast is not going to get you paid.
I know that, but you know what? I feel good about doing it. And can I say this? When people come to me after the show and they say, I love TigerBelly, it makes me feel very, very good.
We should have a new rule. You only take photographs after your show with podcast fans.
How do we do that, though?
I mean, they're obviously very vocal, right?
Yeah.
So if they come up to you and they say, hey, like, love the podcast, and you do get that type of feedback, then I think that they should be rewarded. Because I feel... I mean, the fans are family. They know so much more about you than your, run-of-the-mill, person who's going to walk into a comedy club. They're such a part of you.
Okay, so
They're the recipient
Saturday
of all
night,
your
I was
stories.
in Chicago. I had 2 shows Saturday, sold out, 500 people a show. Okay? So at the end of my show, I say this. Thanks for coming out, for paying, your hard-earned money to come see me. But guess what? Only the podcast people get photos.
No.
Yeah.
No.
What do I say?
And it's obvious who they are. If you guys are listeners of this podcast, we should have like a code word where if you pass Bobby in the hallway or if Bobby's lingering outside and you say something, it should be a word.
I got it. A sentence.
Gook gook.
No, that's not
That's
it.
well, we can't have people just running around a theater saying
This
gook,
is.
gook.
I'm going to
Why
say
not?
this sentence, and it's a fact, and the person in this room can deny it,
Oh my
but it's a fact.
God.
Okay? George has a pink dick.
Oh, that's a good
Look at
code
me right now,
sentence.
friend. Look at me right now, friend. My white friend. Okay?
You don't know that for sure.
Your arms are pink.
You don't know that.
Your face is pink.
What if
your
he
chest
had
is
like
pink.
a really big black dick though?
Oh wow, he is Nordic, so that
Yeah.
get weird experiments over there.
George has a pink dick. I think that's the first.
Okay, if you go to any of Bobby Lee's shows and you say George has a pink dick,
Yeah.
you get to have a photo shoot with him,
Yeah, yeah.
basically.
Oh my god, that's
Okay.
great.
Yeah, that's a privilege.
It's a privilege.
Yeah, but you have to say it just like that.
George has a pink dick.
Yep.
George.
George, look at me right now, man. Do you have a pink dick?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's all I wanted to hear. What's going on with you guys this week?
Me, nothing. I wanted to talk about your meltdown last week.
What
Oh,
meltdown?
I saw a picture on Twitter of your penis.
No, what?
No, he took that down. That
Oh.
had something to do with the meltdown. But take us through your meltdown last week. What happened last week? You had an audition.
I can't name names, but
You had a big audition. Leave
a pretty
there.
big audition for a show, and I had it fully memorized. I had it fully worked. You know what I mean?
He
And
did.
I go to Universal, and there's the star. The producer is a star,
Big star.
big star,
Household name.
household name. And I walk in, and I have it all prepared, and all of a sudden, this person says hello to me in the room, and she starts introducing me to people in the room.
As if you guys are like friends.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
you
then
know each other, right? Or no?
yeah, I do.
Okay.
But not much. I mean, I respect this person.
Mm-hmm.
I look up to this person, but I'm intimidated by this person. And I had the worst audition you could ever have in your life, to the point where, as I walked out of the room, I literally started crying. And then I took a bottle of water that I had. I started banging my head. You know what I mean? I was so crazy.
What happened? So you had it all prepared. I was there the night, or I was with you up until that morning. We had the lines down. What got in the way? Did your excitement of her acknowledging you cloud your short-term memory?
Yes. I don't know what happened, but let me tell you this right now. It will never happen again.
That's
I'll tell you why.
why.
Because I'm not going to go out again.
That was his last
Yeah, that
audition
was it.
forever.
That's it. I can't do
Retirement
it.
episode.
I don't know. I probably, this pilot season, I think done with that. Because you know what? I think for right now, the little things I'm doing on Love is enough. And the shit that I'm getting sent out for isn't right. And it's like they're just trying to throw me into any situation, because my agents are scared that like I'm going to get like complain like I'm not getting any traction.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm a fat midget gook who I think I'm very funny. I believe that, and people believe that I'm funny, but I'm not going to be forced like, how about you play the head of the FBI? I get auditions like that. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not going to get that. You know what I mean? You're a strong man in a circus.
No one's made you audition.
Yeah.
For a strong man.
Yeah, and they give you a piece of metal, and then I'm like, they're like, pretend to bend it. I go, yeah, even if I
pretend.
I do it, no one's gonna believe that I can do this. So it's like, I the one audition I had that was actually good was written kind of for me.
Which was?
I'm not gonna tell what it is, but it was a role that I go, oh, this is like something that is in the realm of possibility.
Your wheelhouse.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? They're just throwing me out there, and it's like, fuck it. It's like, I don't really need to do a 3-camera sitcom right now.
Why don't we just create, Bobby? Let's create stuff. Let's create, a perfect role for you.
Yeah.
We're people who tell stories on a podcast, absurd stories. We can write.
How about a 3-camera sitcom, me, you, and Gilbert, right? But it's the human centipede, right?
George
and
the
it's basically
scientist. George is the scientist.
Yeah.
George is the scientist, right?
Fucking pink dick.
And I want to be the middle.
Wait, why do you?
Yeah, because the thing is that
I'm the front.
you're the front,
I'm
so
not
my
eating
mouth is
anyone's
tied
butt.
to your butthole,
Yeah.
You
right?
guys, okay, I have a question.
No, I'm
though.
not done yet,
This
baby.
movie's already been made, so like, what about this centipede is different?
It's
I'm going to tell you
Asians?
right. I'm going to just, baby.
Okay.
You're the caboose. You're the back. And the reason why I want to be in the middle is so that I don't have to have any lines. And the only one that talks is George. I mean, now
Oh, fuck,
Gilbert.
I have to talk.
Gilbert.
Yeah.
You have all the lines.
But you keep muffling in my butt. I know
So
you'll do that.
all
to
I
annoy
can do
me.
is a moo, 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 right? And then if I have to poop, I go, and then you go, you have to eat it.
So I'm the
So what do you
shitter.
think?
I'm the shitter.
Let's pitch it.
To what network? Is this Fox?
All of it.
Oh my god! Wow.
Let's go all of them.
So it's just an Asian version of the centipede.
Yeah.
Because
Human centipede, yeah, and it's like you only talk. We just walk around the house, right? But
It's-
maybe in a dungeon.
Is this still like sitcom-y scenarios? Like
Yeah, we get the laughs.
The laughs,
do we
Yeah.
get a live audience?
yeah.
Oh, that's fascinating.
So what do you think?
I'm down. Have you actually pitched the show network for yourself?
Oh yeah, I've had deals before, and
nice.
what my very first pitch? I'm gonna tell you this one. This is so
Uh-oh.
ridiculous. So I went in and I thought this was a good idea. So I walked into a pitch and I said, "Okay, here it is. I'm a Korean kid, but I'm not. I don't have an accent. You know what I mean? But I was raised by my grandfather, who was very Korean,
Okay.
and my parents had both died. And they're like, okay, so it's me and my grandfather, and we run a hotel. They go, that's interesting. Yeah. I go, but here's the catch. Then I pointed to the sky. A hotel in space.
Oh, you fucking lost them.
As soon as I said that, I lost them. But you check this out. Imagine a sitcom,
Okay.
right? Kind of like Star Trek, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my immigrant grandfather and I run this fucking, like, it's kind of like a, it's not a halfway house, but it's more like a Motel 6 in space.
Like
So it's like-
Sky City.
Yeah, so there's like
So
degenerate.
it's like Jetsons,
space.
the Jetsons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, you know what I mean? Like my immigrant grandfather arguing with an alien that doesn't have any eyes.
Is this
You know what I
a
mean?
real movie or an animated movie?
It's a TV show.
It's a live action pitch.
It's a live action 3-camera sitcom.
I like it. I
Yeah.
dig it.
My brother just called me. Should I call him back?
No, because he.
I'm gonna call him right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna call my brother Steve, but he's not gonna know that we're on a podcast. Okay?
If you guys are.
Just be quiet. Be quiet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So this is what my brother really sounds like.
I don't think this is a good idea.
We can't edit this. So.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
How was Chicago?
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm too nervous to watch. I have to. Dave got me a new dance instructor, so I have to meet with her tomorrow for our tour. Like, I have to
Will
get
you have a new
shape again.
dance instructor?
Yeah, just for the tour.
Yeah, but you know how to dance already.
No, though it's like I know, but it's like new moves.
Like what? Flips?
No, like hip hop.
Wait, he doesn't know how to dance.
Huh?
Dave doesn't know how to dance either.
I know, but I'm in the front.
Ah, so you gotta dance.
Yeah.
Do you want to have soup later?
Yeah, I'm so hungry.
Okay, can you wait an hour and then we'll go get some soup?
What, you have a set?
No, I'm doing my podcast right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
1 hour.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Phone call with the Lee brothers.
See, that's what it's normally like.
I love your brother.
I love
A
Steve.
dance
I
instructor.
feel like he can already dance. He's
a
better
dance-
than most
He's
people.
a dance machine, and you know what? Dave Cho puts him through shit just to do it because of power.
That's not true. He gets paid to do it.
Oh, you get paid though, right?
Yeah. Well, you don't get paid, so.
Yeah, I do.
And
it
you
for
still
the
do shit.
I do it for the love.
Yeah.
The love.
Yeah, we are an unpaid team over here. I think
don't
the
know,
only person who gets paid is you because of ticket numbers for your shows.
Yeah, and also on top of Pink Dick, what do you get out of it?
George has a 9 to 5. He's doing this because he believes in it, and he thinks that.
I'm going to tell you how
this
I
can
met
be
George.
something.
I met George. I was signed by Maker Studios. Okay, you guys know what that is?
They're owned by Disney now.
But before, it was Lisa Donovan and her husband that started it.
Boyfriend? Danny Zapp?
Danny.
Yeah.
They were married.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Fuckface.
I know. I don't know.
So years ago, Lisa calls me and she goes, "Hey, I'm starting this company called Maker." I go, "What is it?" She goes, "Comes to the studios." It was at her apartment in Venice. And I go into the side of their apartment. It's like a green screen in a room or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to do this. She's like, "It's going to be big." I go, no.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's not going to be big. Then years later, they go, "Come again, but we have a new studio." This is when they were on Washington, right? It was bigger. And then all of a sudden, it just kept getting bigger. And then the next thing you know, Lisa's like, "I'm selling it to Disney for $500 million."
Jesus
Jesus
fuck.
Christ.
Good Lord.
Do you believe that?
I believe it.
And I'm the asshole that goes, no, thank you.
So how did you meet George and
So so Lisa, when she wanted me to be on Maker, I go, "Okay, I'll do it." And then I got producers. The first producer I got was Mickey, right? And then I got who? Patrick. I remember Patrick. And then I got you. Because you wanted it. George has always believed in me. George has always been very excited about me. He's the only one in that company that I felt like, and Ricky, like true devoted love.
What was the
that's very
example of that?
unusual.
It's very, but Disney bought it, and then they
No,
said
I'm saying
they
it's
didn't want me
unusual
anymore.
because that's a really good thing to have, like a very responsible white man in your corner, because he wields power.
And also, Whitey, hey, white pink dick, look at me right now, man. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you,
Yeah.
George. And even the first video that you put out and how you cut it,
Yeah.
right out the gate, it looks amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
And I'll never ask to see your dick.
Why not? I
Maybe
think
one day. Would you show me your dick eventually?
Eventually.
He's so eager to do it.
Yeah. But George, you do stand up now too, so I'll maybe have you do one of my shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll
It's
be
gonna
great.
be a whole TigerBelly.
You're gonna do it. It's gonna
fan.
happen
Oh,
soon.
Now
Yeah.
you got me nervous.
Yeah. It's gonna happen soon.
Yeah.
Do you want to do Bakersfield with me Saturday?
I don't know what that is.
So a guy,
Oh, the
a
private-
rich guy
okay.
in
A rich guy.
Bakersfield is paying Bobby. Can I disclose the amount?
No.
Oh, a good amount to play one show. I don't know if it's in his house.
I've done this before.
So this is common for
Sometimes-
stand-up comics to get
Yeah.
these gigs?
Sometimes, like a millionaire will go, "I want to have a party. I want a comic. Who's my favorite comic?" So, I rarely do I get these opportunities, but I've done them before. And you go to a mansion, and it's their friends and family. They have a mic, little fucking thing.
But George and I were talking about this. Like, there's a risk because the guy could be a big fan of yours, but his friends may not even know who the hell you are.
Doesn't
So
matter.
it might make for a really like awkward show.
Yeah, every time it's a disaster.
So they're the worst gigs, basically.
Oh yeah, people are drinking punch at the thing. You know what I mean? People are walking by with food.
So it's because it's not set up like a show. It's people are just having a party.
Sometimes it's
Right.
very nightmarish, but you're giving me the money to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to go through hell for money.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby likes the numbers.
I like the numbers. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So I drive up to Bakersfield, but I'm probably gonna need you to go through the hell with me,
Okay.
Right.
and it's gonna be really sad. And we should tape it.
Let's tape
Yeah,
this.
we should all go on a road trip, guys, on Saturday.
Yeah, we should tape it. We'll tape it and put it on our thing.
Yeah, don't make any promises, but we're gonna try our best because
Yeah.
made a million promises. I have to confront you about two things.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay, first is so your doctor emailed and said, "Hey, I hope you've stuck to a good fitness regimen and diet,
I'm
right?"
gonna fucking talk about this shit.
And
Oh, really?
you don't want to talk about it.
Well, I'm gonna talk about it because you brought it up.
Don't
Okay.
talk about this. Just we'll bring it up, babe, so we can talk about
So
it.
like, so I clean out your car over the weekend,
Yeah.
and I accidentally sit on a second melted Snickers bar, half-eaten
from the
Snickers
same
bar.
from the same Snickers bar, by the way.
Yeah, and I found a different Butterfinger stash.
I love Butterfingers. They're so crispy in the middle.
So what is?
It's a commercial. They're so crispy in the middle.
And
Butterfingers.
they're the greatest. So flaky, you know, the layers of flakes.
Yeah.
Right,
And
I
it's
agree. I
orange
agree.
and it's a really good
It's
color.
good. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
I'm saying is, where do we go from here? Because we
Where
already
do we go from
determined that you
here?
were pre-diabetic.
Okay.
So where do we go
I'm
from
going to
here?
ask you a question now.
You want to go full dia?
Can
You
I
wanna
go? Can I go beaties?
You want to go full beaties?
Yeah, I'll go for beaties.
Is that what you're going for?
Okay, I'm going to look at you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, friend?
Okay.
Okay. Girlfriend?
Yes, girlfriend. Oh, I mean,
All right, so I'm in Schaumburg, Illinois.
okay.
Okay, right by a mega mall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's around there is TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay. Olive Garden. These are the restaurants around there.
Yes.
Very
Okay?
suburby.
Suburby,
Yeah.
right? And I have no car, and it's cold as fuck. Okay. And I wake up during the day, and I go, I'm hungry.
Okay.
Where do I go? Not eat?
No, your Butterfinger stash and Snickers bar I found in the car, not in
I'm just telling
Schaumburg.
you. I'm just telling you what I did last weekend.
There are
okay?
healthy options even in the shittiest of places. You just have to know.
So
what
you
to
want
pick.
brown lettuce?
Why was
Because
You want
TGI
rot-
Friday has brown lettuce.
Yes, I want you to eat rotten lettuce.
Ukalai.
You don't want to get
E.
E.
coli.
coli.
What do you call it?
E. coli.
E. coli.
Ukalai.
E. coli.
Babe, I'm trying to survive out there, babe.
Well, you're not going to survive much longer if
All right.
you continue
I'm
on
gonna
this
try. I'm gonna try.
Butterfinger diet.
It's flaky though in the middle, right? When you
It
crisp
is.
into it.
It is. It's hard for me.
crisp.
I have another thing
What
to
is
say
your favorite
too.
candy bar? Though, really quick.
Oh, anything with coconut, I think.
So Almond Joy.
It used to be the cheap stuff, Almond Joy, but I eat anything. Gilbert and I went on a fat boy spree, so I can't even
embarrassing.
I can't even hound you that badly
Yeah.
because all Gilbert and I did all weekend
Yeah.
was eat bad things. And I've never just seen him. Gilbert is a true fat boy in the sense that he never eats in front of people. He hides. He has stashes, or he'll eat with us, right? Eat a small amount, and he'll say bye, guys, and then wait 5 minutes in the parking lot and go back in the restaurant so he can order himself like a bigger pot. So he doesn't need the judgment. He doesn't get the judgment from us.
Oh, is
And
that what happens?
I didn't know him. I didn't know Fat Bert until this weekend. I never seen anybody look at green tea pancakes with mascarpone quite like Gilbert did.
Are they good?
So good.
I know they are.
He is the most efficient garbage disposal / vacuum that I have ever encountered in my life, and we were really bad this weekend.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Are you crying?
No.
Why are you crying right now? Why the fuck are you
I
crying?
hit a sore spot.
Why are you crying?
I'm gonna get fat again, dude. I'm gonna get fat again. You crying? I'm not crying. I'm allergic to cats, but
Yeah. Are you feel like you're gonna get fat again?
I think I'm gonna get fat again. She's bringing all these memories, and
He used to hide whole chickens under his bed,
Well,
he
first
said.
of all, I don't tell people that.
Oh.
Don't tell people that.
yeah. Well, let me ask you
I'm
this.
pretty sure it's not a surprise.
Let me ask you this. You used to hoard food then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you underneath the bed you had like stashes.
I used to have boxes of just like candy bars, like the movie Fat Camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that though? Maybe you were just born to be a fat guy.
No, I will not go back to that because I never got laid.
Do you get laid now?
Yes,
Okay, that's a win.
that's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
I get fat again, I will lose confidence. And I won't get laid.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's just you want to suck the system dry when we have to pay for your diabetic foot ulcer.
Oh, yeah.
Very negative.
I'm
Very
sorry.
negative.
Very
I'm sorry,
negative.
but look, I was on board
We're not
with you.
all athletes.
I haven't worked out a fucking day in 2 years. Look, I'm saying I ate just as bad as you this weekend.
Are your fucking tears about like what you regret recently because you were eating these pancakes, or are you like literally going back into the past?
He's crying because he
and
misses
reliving it. You missed the food.
He wants some hot dogs right
The
now.
tears are a couple things. One, I miss the food. Like this reminded me, like her just being like, eat this. I was like, oh man, I don't care.
He didn't say no to one thing.
I didn't say no to anything.
And then what did you do after that? Because you still
then-
look great.
And look at this
No.
right here, sweetie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you
So
not-
these are 2 empty packs of
Those are so good. too.
so good.
chocolate dipped mangoes.
Yeah.
And there were 3 packs of regular dried mangoes. And I put them here so that George and all of us could share today for
Yeah.
the podcast. He ate all of this in half a day.
You
And then
fucking
when I went
bastard,
out
because
and
let
I
me
had-
tell you something right now. Those were gifts to me.
I know.
Those are his favorite.
I get to fucking do 10 of these twacks on your arms.
Thwacks, yeah. Come on, he already feels bad about being fat.
I don't care. I need twacks.
Oh my god!
All right, here we go,
I can't
twats.
believe I weighed that much weight before.
You won't, Gilbert. I won't let you get fat again.
Hey! I don't want
It's
your.
gonna be on camera. Put the cameras on there.
What is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
Twat. Ready?
It's a good thing I don't feel pain.
Where, right here? Can you see it here?
Yep.
Okay, ready?
Ooh.
Fuck, man! I thought we were starting at a low level.
No. 10 all the way through.
Well, fast.
No.
Babe, lick it again. Really lick it. Yep.
Fuck you, Khalyla. 4. Hana, dos, set, net, toss it. 6. Oh, Bobby, move the fucking spot. Don't,
No.
Bobby.
Same spot.
Bobby.
7. 8. 9. 10.
Okay, now I get to do it to you.
Why?
Since you ate a deep dish pizza.
Your fingers-
Yes, do it.
Okay.
You can do it to me. You can do it to me.
Do it. This is like every choice.
I fucked up. I deserve it.
Make sure we zoom up on Bobby's eyes. Oh,
Ow.
fuck.
Ow.
Why are you doing it so hard?
No, you have to. It's not. It's all about hitting the same spot. Don't deviate from the same spot. How it makes it painful. 4, 5, 6,
Oh, you don't feel pain.
7.
That's crazy.
It's all fat.
That's why you have diabetes.
Yeah.
To say,
His nerves are all dead.
No nerves. That was right there.
oh god,
Yeah,
what's
no.
going on here? Oh, man, I'm tired.
Yeah, he
Now
doesn't
I get
even-
to do you.
I don't feel pain either. My nerves
Yeah, let me
are
do you
dead.
He
now.
gets to do you for cheating on him with
yeah,
me, George.
You, with pink dick and
George.
fucking fatty fat.
Which part?
I don't want it to hurt you, baby.
Okay.
I don't
Wow,
wanna hurt
that's
you,
true
baby.
love. Wow.
That's true
He
love.
loves me.
How's your arm? Pretty good.
It's bleeding, but that's fine.
Yeah.
yeah.
Good job, guys.
So, that's the confrontation. Is that one thing? Or there's
No,
another
another
one?
thing.
Okay, here we go.
Don't be defensive. I'm just asking
I'm
a
not being
question,
defensive.
okay? So a month ago, we went to the doctor. Last episode, we talked about how
I don't want to talk about my foot.
beta blockers save your life,
You did.
right?
Yeah.
So you told the doctor that you would take beta blockers as needed. So on auditions or when you were especially nervous, right?
Uh-huh.
You had a 30-day supply of beta blockers, which means that you probably had about 30 pills there. You've only had 3 auditions since.
Mm-hmm.
You've finished 30 pills in a span of 3 weeks.
Hey now.
No, I take one a day.
Oh, like a vitamin. The vitamin, one a day.
Yeah.
Do you know what you're doing to yourself?
I feel great.
Oh, serious eyes.
I feel really great.
No, I think I know what happened now last week.
Okay.
Oh, I think I know.
Now this is
too.
gonna no. Fuck you.
I know.
And now this is gonna start an argument, and you want to get confrontational.
No,
you want to get real.
Okay, I'm
Let's
gonna
real.
let me say
Oh.
my side first, and then you can defend yourself.
Okay.
So I was on beta blockers for a year and a half because of my heart condition. And the reason I stopped it was because I hated the way my mind could not function on them. To take beta blockers intermittently here and there is good for your anxiety. But to take it every day like I did for a year and a half made me foggy brained. I didn't feel like my brain was being perfused with blood. I felt like I couldn't come up with good ideas. I couldn't write. I couldn't speak. I felt like a living zombie. And it made me depressed. It made me unmotivated. And I told my doctor, it's like, look, I don't feel like my brain is functioning. And she said, well, yeah, because your blood pressure is probably, low. You take it every day. So you're probably not getting as much blood perfusion to your brain. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, crap, maybe Bobby's taking too many beta blockers.
Yeah.
So what is your counter?
My counter is this: is that there was a time where I took them every day for like a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine. I feel more confident on them when I perform, when I do stand up. I just feel happier when I'm on them. You know what I mean? I don't get as panicky. I don't get as like nervous or you know what I mean, and full of like anxiety.
I'm not against you
And so what I'm
taking
saying,
it.
what I'm saying is that to me, what happened Thursday with the bad audition,
Yeah.
would have been so much more disastrous,
Right.
Without them.
Without them.
No, I'm not saying that you shouldn't
Because
have taken them.
I wouldn't
on-
been able to speak.
I'm saying, why have you been taking them every day when you don't have auditions every day? You've only had 3, although you've consumed 30 pills.
Yeah,
So why did you take them on days you didn't need them or didn't have?
because they make me feel better about, like when I do a stand-up show or whatever. I just feel better when I'm on them. It really does. It makes me happier. I get depressed when I'm not.
I had such a different experience. It made me not sexual. It made me
me, it makes me feel so much happier. I feel like when I'm like tonally, mentally, and everything, I don't shift into more of a negative thing.
Well, that's a different conversation that you should be having with your doctor, because a beta blocker is not made for anxiety. It's off-label use. A beta blocker is a heart medication. So
yeah, I don't. Trust me too. Is that I've been splitting them too at times.
Yeah.
So I don't take full ones, and it's also, I mean, if you want me to not take them, I won't take them. But it's like for me, I'm not even. I'm being completely honest with you. That I feel so much better when I'm on them versus not. Mm-hmm. And so if you say not to take them, I will not take them. But you know what I mean. I feel like they help.
I believe that they help. What I'm saying is long-term everyday use of beta blockers is unnecessary for somebody like you. You have good blood pressure, and plus beta blockers have sort of a side effect that fucks with your blood sugar over time. Mm-hmm. And if you're already pre-diabetic, you're putting something in your body that's just going to complicate things at this point. If you need them for an audition or for high stress situations, fine. And now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. All I'm saying is that you should probably talk to your doctor if you intend on taking it every day, because that's different from taking it 3 times a month.
Uh-huh.
And there, your liver processes things. Like, you have to take your organs into consideration. Okay. That's all.
Okay, well.
Well, Bobby's dying. His liver is failing.
Yeah, I mean, it's the thing is that. All right, I mean, I heard what you said. They were prescribed to me. All right.
Yeah, but you've been stealing my old ones now because you ran out of yours.
I did.
You're not addicted, right?
No. It's not habit forming.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
it's not a habit
No,
forming.
I honestly I honestly feel so much more confident when I'm on them. And that's just, maybe it's psychological, maybe it's like in my mind or whatever.
Yeah.
But, that's that. And it's like, if you don't want me to take it, I won't fucking take it. You know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you this right now, my friends. Okay?
Okay, my friends.
I have 14 years clean and sober, March 6th.
Boom.
Okay? I'm not using it as a crutch or anything like that, but I'm just saying that I'm a guy that used to take 50 Vicodins a day. Not that it was healthy, and drank 24 hours a day.
Jesus.
Took 20 fucking Valiums to go to sleep. I'm like a fucking water buffalo. I really am. I mean, I literally can, you know what I mean, smoke heroin, do 9 shots of whiskey, and then like
Be okay.
juggle.
I believe that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and juggle. Like, I'm
I
weird in
believe
that
you.
way. You know what I mean?
He is very strong. Like, he is
High
a freak of
tolerance.
nature in that sense. Like, he doesn't age. Him and his brother don't age.
Yeah,
There
I'm
is,
like, you ever see the movie Highlander?
Wow.
Yeah, have you seen it?
yes.
No.
You haven't.
Clan
You
MacLeod.
should watch it. It's a great movie.
Well,
Christopher Lambert,
Sean Connery.
the original one, right?
there was a remake.
I understand that, fuckface.
Okay.
But I'm kind of like that.
You're a Highlander.
Like 50 years from now, I might own a vintage, furniture shop from shit, you know what I mean? But there's a dungeon where they have swords and, you know what I mean? And armor and stuff like that. And I freak people out. But I'm evolved
Yeah.
and I'm super.
I have a question for you.
Is it going to be another fucking one about my eating? Butterfingers, I love them.
They're
Is it going to
flaky.
be about beta blockers? Because
Video
I don't.
games.
Ooh.
Here we go again. Here we go. Another fucking
This could be
thing I
good.
fucked
This
up.
could be good. This could be good.
No, I wanted to ask you where you're at because people want to know where you're at with Fallout.
I'm on my 3rd character in Fallout. Okay, I created a black person. Okay,
Why'd
his
you look
name
at
is-
George?
I don't know. Maurice Kuhn is what I called him.
Maurice
what is
with
it?
my name.
With your last name,
Maurice
Maurice
Kuhn.
Kuhn.
Kuhn Jr.
Maurice Kuhn.
Right?
That's a pretty good name.
Maurice
Yeah,
Kuhn.
and I made him look like Delroy Lindo, but also thick, like Bane's body.
Oh, so he's dark
but
skinned.
black as fuck.
So his
Okay.
first character was a woman.
yeah.
His second
Based
character
on Khalyla.
was an Asian guy.
No, he wasn't Asian, but he was
He looked Asian.
Tony Thornburgish.
Tony Thornburgish.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Like
he's
Sassy.
I wanted to create a guy that I would suck his dick.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well,
Okay.
Like
And
if that's another character. Anyway, let's move on.
so
That's
his
weird. I
third
shouldn't have said
character, Delroy Lindo,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So your third character, I've been noticing you have a pattern of what you do in the game now. So I think when you were a woman, you went through a different like storyline.
Yeah.
When you were a Tony Thornburg character, you went through a different storyline.
Yeah.
But now I've been watching you play.
Yeah.
And I see you, just
Why are you laughing?
like and all day just planting like radioactive watermelons.
Wait, so you're telling me you have a farm?
He has a farm, right? And so he's a black guy. He has farms, and then he keeps
You have
planting
a black guy just farming?
watermelons. I know, but he has.
I'm gonna repeat. You have a black guy farming watermelons.
In the game, it's kind of like a Sims game in the sense that you can build these communities, right? And you can farm. So, you know what I mean? With like Tony Thornburg, he would farm gourds,
Okay.
tomatoes, these wheat. You know what I mean?
You're having a black guy farm watermelons.
Because
That's
that's
not
what my
the worst
character
part.
likes.
There's
You
some.
know Maurice likes that? You know Maurice likes that.
Not only does Maurice plant radioactive watermelons all day,
Yeah.
On his plantation.
he has
not
Asian
plantation.
he has Asian workers work for him,
Oh, that's okay. Then.
but then he puts sacks over their head.
That's not okay.
I
then.
do.
Well,
So like he's actually a racist black guy, but only towards Asians. So he doesn't.
Well,
want,
no. Shut the fuck up, all right?
This
So
is very
in
confusing.
the game, there are these two Asians that live in Sanctuary, and they're always complaining. Like, one of them's always like, I don't know, like, don't talk to me right now. I'm really sad, right? And his sister's even bitchier. Like, don't talk to me like we're friends. So what Maurice did was he put bags over their heads.
Like potato sacks.
you can do that in the game. You
Yeah.
just put bags
Yeah.
over people's heads.
Yeah.
It's part of the wardrobe. One of the choices in
Oh,
the
that's
wardrobe.
how. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you see his characters and they have a sack over their head, they're Asian.
Yeah, all the Asians that are in the game that live in any of my communities have sacks over their heads
What is the symbolism behind
What's the
that?
psychology
what's your,
behind
what's
that?
your
because of the LA riots.
fuck? Because
Shouldn't
of the LA
it be the
riots.
opposite? The Koreans hated the black.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that Asians create these liquor stores in these poor neighborhoods that like bind black people, put them in chains, and then when black people walk into the liquor stores, right, they're accused of stealing. Always like those old
Yeah.
stereotypical things. You touch your buy, no browsing, all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So in Maurice's world, my character, which I'm sorry, it's my fucking game,
Yeah.
and I get to do what I want,
Yeah.
right? He's a big black guy who fucks white chicks.
Oh, only
Okay.
exclusively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he puts bags over Asian people's heads.
That part.
and he loves watermelon. And it's not racist because there's only 5 ingredients you can fucking plant anyway.
What are they?
Mut fruit,
Gourd,
gourd,
Okay.
like a squirrel.
tomato, corn.
And-
There's like a wheat
And then
And then
water.
and then
Watermelon, yeah.
watermelon.
Interesting Fallout.
Yeah. So it's like, and he just strictly does watermelon.
Wow.
Only on some of the other farms he does like tomatoes and stuff like that.
Ooh, he's diversifying his
He's
portfolio.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
he loves watermelon.
So that's where Bobby is at with Fallout. He is walking a mile in black man's shoes.
He's my favorite character, by the way. And then can I
Maurice?
just say also this, right? With my Asian character, my Tony Thornburg, right? He became evil. He destroyed all the other factions. He murdered people, right?
Oh wow. You
And
went
then
that
with,
route.
with the
Okay.
black guy, right? What I'm going to do is do the right route. Be a good
He's a
guy.
good guy.
He's a good guy,
Ah.
right? So this is how I feel about African Americans in general, right? So what you're seeing here is an Asian man, who feels guilty about his ancestry,
LA
about
riots.
how, LA riots, and how like we were up in the fucking rooftops with shotguns when the LA riots came. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw videos.
You have videos on that, right? And I apologize to African Americans.
Everybody was just trying to protect
I-
what they thought
no.
they needed to protect.
Loot my store, okay? And I apologize. The watermelon thing's a little racist, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not. It's one of the options in the game.
Yeah.
So I don't blame you.
And that's TigerBelly's bit of Black History Month.
Oh yes, it is still Black
That was a
History
great-
Month.
that was a great tie-in, Bobby.
Oh, I saw another documentary called The Black Panthers.
What's that? Oh, well, yeah.
About the Black Panthers on PBS, but it's on iTunes. Fucking riveting. Amazing documentary.
Who did it?
What?
The documentary.
PBS.
Oh, PBS did.
But it really is enlightening. I thought Black Panthers were just like a bunch of black guys that wore leather and just just called themselves the Black Panthers.
We're a dance
No,
team.
you did not think that.
Let's go
I really
disco.
did. I really
You
did think that.
You didn't think that.
I thought they were.
Bobby.
I thought they were like the Jabberwockies, but like
But of the
black,
70s,
but back
of the
in early
70s.
70s. Yeah.
Oh.
The Jabberwocky.
No, they threw their hats and they did a little dance move and then they did flips and stuff like that. But they weren't that.
They weren't.
They weren't. No, they were a
They weren't.
they were a group of people that fought for, a real noble cause, which is their freedom. You know what I mean? And they did it, and people go, they did it in a violent way. No, they didn't. All right? There was many people, I don't know, I forget their names in it, but like in that organization was very just, noble, and they were being fucking beat up by police and treated like shit, and dogs eating their buttholes and all kinds of stuff.
Oh.
Not literally,
Wait,
but
what?
you know what I mean? But yeah, it was a really good documentary, and the demise, and you know what they did? The FBI are you know who J. Edgar Hoover was? A fucking fuckface. I fucking hate his face.
J. Edgar Hoover.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit, and the FBI was I said it right now. NSA, record this. You know what I mean? Tell Barack. All right, they were fucking shitheads, murderers. There was a guy named Frankie from the Black Panthers who was like an up and rising, member who was a fantastic speaker.
Mm-hmm.
He could motivate white people too, you know what I mean? And he was just an amazing, figure. The FBI just walk in with the Chicago police force and they just slaughter them when they're asleep. And nothing happens. It's crazy. And it's like, I thought that they were a dance troupe.
I thought they were the Black Jabberwockies of the 70s.
Yeah.
Speaking of social activism,
Yeah.
we have to delve into this because I think it's important, and we do have a lot of Filipino fans. What are your thoughts on Manny Pacquiao?
I love him.
Well, say what
Very
his-
talented guy.
Say his comments.
Well,
Come on.
I'm gonna
I don't know what's
quickly
going
give
on.
you a synopsis of what he's done in the last week. So during an interview, he goes on to say, well, in Tagalog, he says, "Mas mabuti pa yung hayop." He basically says like, gays are worse than animals. At least animals can determine, man from woman and only have like heterosexual sex, which he's
is
wrong
not
about.
true.
There's like 400 species of animals that engage in homosexual. So,
homosexuality all the time.
And then he makes an apology the day after, and he's like, "I'm sorry, for hurting your feelings, blah 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 blah." But then the next day, he's like, "Oh yeah, I stand by my stance." When he apologized, he says, "I stand by the fact that I don't agree in same-sex marriage, but I'm sorry that I hurt the feelings of, many, gay people, blah, blah, blah." But the next day, he posts an Instagram post quoting Leviticus, where Leviticus says, death or gays should be put to death.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Let me just say this.
Jesus,
okay?
hey man,
No,
retraction with
no,
Bobby
no,
Lee.
listen to me
Come
right
on,
now.
man.
Listen to me right now, okay? Leviticus. Let's go there.
Yeah,
Okay?
can't eat shrimp.
If you eat shrimp, you should be murdered.
I fucking love shrimp though.
I know, but then you know what? Get in the gallows.
Okay.
Okay?
Tattoos, done.
Yeah.
So you're
you should
dead,
fucking
you
get
both
killed.
are dead? Okay.
I'm gonna die right now.
I'm
I should
Okay.
die. We're gonna.
Manny Pacquiao should die.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
he has a fucking tattoo.
Yeah, he should die.
What
Yeah.
else does Leviticus? What are his rules?
I don't even know.
I don't
the
know,
rest
man.
of it.
Whatever.
No,
Let me
no
just say
shrimp.
something.
No
Let
shrimp.
me just say
And
something.
gays
right
should be
now.
stoned to
Let me
death.
just say something right now, okay? You fucking piece of shit, Manny Pacquiao.
Oof.
You
Whoa.
little fucking troll. All right.
Hey man.
Hey,
I'm
come
sorry.
on.
You're a champion. You're very good at what you do. And I will spend $100 on your fights. But that's not what I'm saying right now. What I'm saying right now, you piece of fucking shit.
You have to. This is what people need to.
So many 180s. What the fuck?
You know what? That's sort of how I felt the whole weekend. I've been flip flopping, and I want to stick to his side and be like, look, like what he said was completely wrong, and he should be, whatever.
Khalyla Kuhn's final stance. Go.
I have a lot to
No,
say about
final
this.
stance.
No.
Not
I
final
have.
stance. Fuck you, man.
Let me delve into this a little. Let me probe this
yeah,
issue
get
a little
into
bit
it, baby.
more.
Your people.
Okay, and you can chime in with whatever.
I'll do whatever I
People
want.
have
It's
to
my show.
understand
Our show, I mean.
that it could be your show.
No, it's our show.
I'm just an accessory.
I love no, baby. You're the
Uh-oh.
best.
I'm just an accessory.
Don't get inside yourself. Let's go.
So people have to understand that like Manny he's part of the conservative party in the Philippines, right? He's a congressman, right?
Yeah.
But that's the equivalent of being like a super conservative, like super right Republican over here. And they all hold the same views.
But
on
do they?
homosexuality. I mean, yes, they do.
It's only rhetoric, though, right? I don't really believe that politicians, especially in America, that are right wing, really believe that. The things that Donald Trump, right, are saying aren't stuff that he really believes. He's just
Votes.
catering to a, you know what I mean,
Certain audience.
a certain group.
pandering.
Right? It's pandering, right? But they don't. Donald Trump has many gay friends.
yeah.
You're right.
Donald Trump has many Mexican friends.
Right,
know?
right. And this is what he is running for office. And in a country where 93% of Filipinos still believe that abortions are wrong, this is probably going to get him the winning ticket, right?
Yeah.
Those statements. I mean, as awful as they sound, this is, I'm pretty sure on his part, it's still a strategic move, as with, Donald Trump saying all hell to Muslims, right? But my thought on this, for people who aren't into politics, who just have been fans of Pacquiao, is this. This doesn't surprise me that he said this. It doesn't surprise me at all. I'd be an idiot to expect more from Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, but
He's Manny, sweetie. Manny is a simpleton. When simpletons, they mean well, they're well intentioned. But they say a bunch of stupid shit. And if you don't think Manny Pacquiao is a simpleton, you're a fucking
He's
simpleton.
not educated.
Okay,
so.
I'm gonna
He's
just
not
say-
an educated guy.
Manny Pacquiao is a boxer. He goes in the ring to beat up other human beings.
Right, you're correct.
So it's like whatever he says, I don't take literally, or I don't. It doesn't. It's like if he said that, if he was at my house right now, Bubby, you know what I mean? Bubby, I go, yeah. He goes, faggot. There's that whatever he says.
Okay, sure. Manny says that. Okay.
The faggot, the buck.
Bye, you say bye, bakla.
Bakla.
No, I'll do it the way I want to do
Okay.
it. All right.
Okay.
Bubby, I go, yeah. Faggot, the buckhole, no good.
Then you say,
But-
and
no good,
Good.
yeah.
I'll go, cool, man, and that's it.
you walk away.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You go, hey man, that's wrong.
I'm gonna say my friend Gilbert does that, and then
No,
it's
I
like
don't- hey.
my friend Gilbert does that, and that's wrong.
It's
You know
not
what I mean?
true. It's not
There's
true, Cameron.
there's
No.
this article on GQ and by a Filipino guy. His name is Chris Gayomali, and
Is that
he
a real
says that
name?
he actually wrote something that really shared my exact same sentiment about the situation. He said that the Philippines is still so conservative. You can think of it like the American South. It's impoverished, faith-driven. It's teeming with optimism, and but it's socially conservative. So he thinks of Manny as his dumb, happy, homophobic uncle with good intentions, and I'd have to agree.
Yeah.
You cannot put Manny in a pedestal that he doesn't belong in. He doesn't have he never had a good education.
Nope.
He was a rags to riches kid.
Exactly.
He was picked up, thrown into the limelight, and he performed as an athlete. And this is where we need to separate the athlete from the man. And Filipinos are disappointed because they say, "Oh, he is the voice of the Philippines. He is the spokesperson. He's been such a great
If he
representative."
didn't know how to box, right, we would go to the Philippines and he'd be in a tree
Probably, yeah.
and go, hey, and he'd be like, bite, and they throw poop on you, and then you're like, oh shit, that's real.
Wait, but do you have to always make it seem like just fucking like heathens, like tree-dwelling heathens?
Oh, here's a face again.
No, what I'm saying is not all Filipinos, just him.
You realize I was born
Because
and
I
raised
saw,
there.
you realize I
She's
saw
from the Philippines.
Shut the fuck up. I saw the Manny Pacquiao documentary. They showed where he was raised
Yeah, in Sarangani.
in a fucking wood cave.
He was very poor. Yeah.
He grew up in a wood cave. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a Fallout 4 area.
Yeah, yeah.
I think-
Wood cave.
It still sucks though that a Filipino in such a position of power would so boldly say what he said. And the only reason I say it's disappointing for someone like me is because when a Manny Pacquiao fight is on in the Philippines, everything is shut down. Crime is reduced to zero. Like he's such a unifying figure in that way. He gets Filipinos together from all walks of life. All their eyes are just glued to the screen, right?
Rich, poor,
So
yeah.
it's to be such a unifying figure in that way, and then all of a sudden say something so divisive and say something so to just take one group of people and just like dismiss them altogether is disappointing. But my final statement is that I give him a pass because Manny Pacquiao is basic as fuck. He's basic.
Damn.
If you ever didn't think he was basic, you're fucking basic yourself.
Also, can I just say this? All right. You can't listen, man. Listen, Manny Pacquiao is great at what he does as a boxer. Other than that,
Nope.
I don't listen to anything he says. Same with Bill Cosby. I love the Cosby Show.
Well, guess we're bringing it to Bill Cosby right now, guys.
Bill Cosby himself.
But there's a difference.
Great stand-up special. A classic. Right?
There's
the
a
other
difference.
stuff is...
George is like, nope, don't
There's
agree with any of it.
But here's why we should also give Manny a pass. In the 10 years that he has been this big, prolific boxer, he has helped Filipinos in so many different ways. He has helped his province of Sarangani. He has helped so many poor people. So he's given back to the country more so than any other Filipino with money, right? But he isn't our official spokesperson, because that would be like saying Plaxico Burress, who fucking shot himself in the leg, is America's official spokesperson.
Yeah.
I would put them on par, like in the same like realm of like thinking. They probably, they're a little basic.
I was going to say something that was so racist, but I can't say
But
it.
for
Say
sure,
it.
don't say it.
But for
'cause-
sure,
I can't
say
I
it.
can't say it.
But for sure, there's no editing.
It made me laugh. It
So
made me
don't say
laugh. So it
it.
made me laugh
Okay,
so
maybe
hard.
don't say it.
Oh my god.
So do you give
I'm
Manny
gonna say
Pacquiao
it.
a
I'm gonna
pass?
say it.
No, don't say it. Just maybe like
Yeah, Filipino. I was gonna say Manny Pacquiao does a lot of things, right? He created a ladder so other
God.
Filipinos from the trees can walk down.
Khalyla's gonna.
Can you cut that out?
We can't. This is a no editing episode. So careful what you say.
Can you cut that out though? That
You just
part?
said Manny Pacquiao created ladders. That's not racist.
for other Filipinos.
But you remember what happened?
You cut that out, but let me keep saying it over and over.
Yeah.
You know what? You
Cut
guys
that
have to
out.
be careful.
Cut it out.
Listen,
Yeah.
because remember, Filipinos have a very mob mentality. If they want to ride you, they will ride you. And
They will
remember Adam
destroy me.
Carolla?
They will destroy me.
Remember how he had to make a fucking official apology
Yeah.
to like Filipinos because he said something like
When?
he said like years ago. Oh,
Oh fuck! That was
he
wet.
said that like Filipinos like pray
that
to
out.
like chicken bones and stuff.
You have to cut it out. This is not live.
It's live.
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not. We're fine. So, what is your final, Gilbert? Do you give Manny Pacquiao a pass?
No,
Oof. All right.
because he doesn't support my lifestyle.
What about you, sweetie?
I love him.
Wait, you just said.
No, he's bad. I don't
not
know what the fuck.
bad.
I don't give a fuck. Anyway, what are we doing here?
Unhelpful advice with Bobby and Khalyla.
What time are we at?
The perfect time, the usual time.
Always. My gut's always right.
Dear TigerBelly, I have 2 daughters, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. What is a good age to enroll them into martial arts class? What types do you think would benefit in discipline and practical use in the real world?
I don't know because I'm not a parent and
I-
I've
I-
never
I- I
raised a
already
fucking
know.
child.
I already know.
What?
So even like soccer or sports, what's a good time to enroll for discipline? Anything?
For a baby?
Well,
For a
your
baby.
for your children when you have them.
Wait, she said martial arts though.
Yeah.
Okay. Jiu-jitsu? Jiu-jitsu? Very young.
Like what's young?
5.
Oh, okay.
I think they have to be at least a certain age though to get in. Because my friend's
Whatever.
daughter just joined, and I think she had to be like at least like 4 or something like
Yeah,
that.
4 then. At 4 years old, jiu-jitsu. Because I think that right there is it's a real life
It's a discipline.
martial art
Yeah.
that you can use in real life situations.
What was that? I think with sports, I'm I don't know. I see it both ways. I was forced into a sport, and I was forced to really, really start slaving away too young, I think. And
How old were you when you first started swimming?
I started competing at the age of 6, full competitions.
Damn, that's like first grade.
Yeah, and I started. I made the Philippine team when I was 9, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So like, yeah, but it was not always a very pleasant experience. It was really hard on my body, you know.
I just gotta just say this too. I just love Filipinos athletes in general, because Manny
Name-
Pacquiao. Just
Name 2.
Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, and I'm gonna leave you. I'm gonna name you 2 more.
Yeah.
The Splash Brothers. The Splash Brothers are, for what they do.
Not the Golden State Warriors. This is a different Splash
Yeah.
Brothers.
Look up everyone
Yeah.
listening to right now on YouTube. Filipino dive team Splash Brothers.
I don't think they're called Splash Brothers.
Well,
Yes, they are.
Just look at Filipino dive team.
Yeah, yeah. There is the 2 worst back to back in one competition. The 2 of the worst dives you've ever seen. And can I just do it now?
I
Put
think
on
we've
my-
all seen it.
I don't think
It
people
was
have.
like-
I'm gonna just
it
show
went
you.
viral. Like,
Or
I'm
no,
gonna
we
show-
don't.
I'm gonna show you on the camera right here. Can you do that?
Yeah, we'll also.
Was that gonna read?
Well, we'll put a link in the video.
Is that gonna read?
no, I don't.
George?
Probably won't read.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna look at it anyway.
He's gonna watch it for his own pleasure on a podcast.
I want you. Oh, we ran into an old friend of Bobby when we were at breakfast today, and he's a comic, and he used to be Sam Kinison's best friend. His name's Carl LeBeau.
I don't know.
You don't
Yeah,
know him?
because you don't know nothing.
That's true.
You know
Okay,
who Sam
thank you for
Kinison
reminding me.
is?
Oh my God.
You have to know who Sam Kinison is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's not make him feel bad. Let's just educate him. Go ahead, sweetie.
Okay, so there was two guys from Houston that moved to LA back in the early 80s, and they were called the Houston Boys. Actually, there was a group of guys. It was Bill Hicks was a part of it, Sam Kinison, and Carl LeBeau, and a couple of other people. But Carl LeBeau and Sam Kinison were best friends. Sam Kinison was probably one of the biggest stand-up comedians out of the 80s. Okay? He was huge. Like the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, huge.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And Sam Kinison was a rock star, and he Carl LeBeau was his best friend, very funny comic himself. And one night they were driving on a street in Nevada, and these kids were drunk, and they hit Sam Kinison's car, and Sam died. But Carl LeBeau, his best friend, who was also a very funny comic, was the one that held his body when he died. And Carl LeBeau, it was so traumatic to him that he quit comedy for a long time. You know what I mean? But then when he came back into the game is when I met him, you know, and he's like 60 maybe, the best physical comic I've ever seen. He's so funny.
Very funny.
And he has now gone through some things. I want to bring Carl LeBeau as a guest because he lives here in town now because he moved away for a long time. But we ran into Carl. He's one of the funniest comics. If you have YouTube, check him out. He's very funny, and he's a good guy. But
you can always tell like
How
people's
long have you known
vibe.
him? How long have you known him?
I've known him for 20 years.
Oh, wow.
You can always tell
Yeah.
people's vibe when you are first introduced to someone, you know?
Yeah.
And when he came in and Bobby introduced me to him, like he just gave like the warmest, like most sincere hug. Like you can
He's
just
the
feel it
best.
like right away.
Yeah.
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 Seems like a nice guy. We should have him on the podcast.
Splash Brothers. Here we go. First dive.
Can you see it, George?
It doesn't matter. Boom.
No, I'm not.
The worst. I mean, this is you guys, Filipino.
He's forced me to watch this on replay.
yeah. Look at this.
He showed me this to me at a restaurant.
Yeah.
Are you just like trying to make every Filipino feel worse than they already are?
No,
Wait,
I'm
the best is
sorry.
they-
You know what? You got to edit a lot of this out.
No, because the best is they high five each other in the end.
They do.
Because they're
Weird.
embarrassed.
I'm gonna be real. I went to the Philippines with Khalyla, and it was a beautiful country. And
You didn't even see the good parts.
I'm just waiting for it.
nothing. Why are you laughing?
You're gonna say like,
Here's the plan,
I love
guys.
the people. Like I met her uncle who killed her other uncle
Yes,
with a machete.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Kind man.
You know what he said? My sister was in the Philippines with him recently,
I'm gonna get so much trouble.
and she was explaining to him what happened in Rancho Cucamonga. You know where they had the shooter or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was explaining to my sister how those people would have never been able to get away or gone on their little escape car and like driven off somewhere. He explained to my sister that he would like peel the layer of skin off their feet, and he went into some like very like intricate plan as to how he would have done it if he were LAPD. And I'm like, and my sister's like, yeah, they're not allowed to do that. Even if you're a criminal, they're not allowed to peel the skin off your feet. They're like, why not? He's like, why not?
okay.
That's white people shit.
So here's the plan, guys.
Ed
Here is
Gein.
the plan. Listen to my fucking plan, Bobby.
Ed Gein.
Listen to my plan. January,
Yeah.
you, Gilbert, Georgie, and myself, we're all going to take a trip to the Philippines.
Yes.
We're going to videotape and we're going to podcast out there.
Yes.
And I'm going to make you really, really live the Filipino experience.
I do.
Yes?
I do.
I do.
You have to say I do, George.
And we're going to do a sit-down interview with my uncle.
Balut.
Balut, yeah.
Will you balut?
We're eat balot.
Yeah.
Go in the river.
We're gonna go in the.
We're going to
beautiful-
get Gilbert circumcised.
Fuck, man, that's illegal.
It's not illegal.
Well, I just made that up.
Can I? How much money do I need to do? To
He
get you
doesn't want to be
circumcised?
I
circumcised.
don't want to be circumcised.
No, it's disgusting what you're doing. Right now.
No, my penis tip is very moist.
Let me just say right now, I've seen it on porn, and I don't like the way the little turtle head sticks out of the little sock. It's gross. So let me just see it.
Are you?
Let me see your dick.
No, man. That's penis shaming. That's penis shaming.
Make him show you, babe.
No.
Gilbert, show it.
No, hey, this is on video. Sexual harassment.
Show it to me right now.
No,
No, it's not on video if you do it underneath here.
I'm not showing you.
Show me your.
When
dick.
when the
I'll show you
time.
my- I'll show
No,
you my-
I don't want
His
to see.
mom
Hey, none of the
listens-
camera. None of the camera. George is freaking out.
No, I'll show you
No,
mine.
we have to.
I'm just so used
show
to
me-
this, I
Yeah,
think.
This is mine. This is mine right here.
Ate, I want to eat pancakes.
Babe, you really have a lot of bulbul.
I think we're done.
That's a lot of bulbul.
Where did you get?
Like straight up, sweetie, I've never seen so much bulbul in my life. So much pubic hair.
Khalyla, we have a quick MMA minute. Oh, you're coming
we
back?
do?
No,
No,
you guys can do it. I don't want to do it.
Okay, so your
No,
thoughts
me
on Cowboy Cerrone winning this past
It
weekend?
was great.
It's expected. I mean,
like it?
yeah,
You're happy? Does
I
he stay at
wasn't
one
that
s-
hyped.
You weren't. We both really weren't. It's because we both like knew he was gonna win. So
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not gonna discredit Brazilian Cowboy. I mean, he looked like if any of his shots landed, that he could actually do legit damage. But you know, I love Cowboy, and I'm a Cowboy believer, so I knew that fight was gonna go that way. And you know, I think who was commentating? Is it John Anik?
no, it was your favorite, the Square, Brian Stan.
Oh, Brian Stan. So he, one
Anik.
of those guys said that, you know, we all often forget that, you know, Cowboy is a submission expert. Like
Yeah.
he was submitted submitted people in like 15 of his fights,
Jesus,
right?
a bunch, yeah.
So that was a pretty, you know, that was an awesome triangle finish. And, you know, I just wasn't as emotionally invested in any of those fights. Like I will
Same
say
here,
that
yeah.
it was, yeah, it didn't really
much
rev
UFC.
me up.
Too much
What else?
saturation.
What else we got?
Just quick thing on that. If you're Cowboy Cerrone, do you stay at 170 or do you go back down to 155? What do you think at his age, his career? He's 30, two?
I still think he can fight the best of them at 155.
So
I
go
mean,
back down?
I
Yeah.
thought that, you know, it was disappointing to see him go out like that against RDA, but I have so much faith in that guy still. I still think he is one of the best. Like when I saw him just fucking toy Miles Jury, do you remember that?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah, I love Cowboy.
Okay, and then the big fight coming up on Fight Pass. It's biggest fight on Fight Pass. Anderson Silva versus Michael One Eye Bisping.
I care even less about this fight. I don't know why.
Anderson Silva.
I know, but
Anderson
it's just,
Silva.
after I watched that NSAC hearing of his
Viagra.
Viagra, I just don't find him to be appealing in any way anymore. And not to say, I'm not taking away from how much he's given the sport for however long he was in it. My heart's not in it the same way. Like, I'm not excited. And also Mike Bisping, it's like, I mean, I feel bad for his remaining eye.
All right, so call the winner for this one. You got Anderson Silva.
I'm
or
Mike
Michael the
Bisping.
Count. Wow.
Yeah.
Decision, right? Decision.
You
If
think
you're choosing Michael Bisping, you're going to say decision.
probably.
There you guys go. Khalyla said it. Put your money on Michael Bisping.
Why don't you have an
Put your
opinion?
more. I don't need to.
Because I'm going to get heat for this.
You're a
I made
professional
fun
fighter.
of someone's
You're
eye.
a professional fighter. I'm not.
Professional?
I've seen your feet. They're long. They can kick people in the face.
Oh, God. With zero technique. My God.
Any shows for Bobby this weekend or this week? Next couple of weeks?
Well, he's going to be, yes. So he's going to be, Bobby's going to be at San Jose Improv March 4th through the 6th. And then Ontario Improv, I think it's the week after that. And then April 7th, 8th, and 9th, he's doing a show with Pauly Shore, Harlan Williams, and Tom Green.
Ooh.
So he has, one is going to be in, is it called Joliet, Illinois?
Yeah, Joliet, yeah.
Joliet, Illinois. The second one will be in Rockford, Illinois.
Rockford, mhm.
And the third one will be somewhere in Iowa. You can go to his website, bobbyleelive.com, and the tour dates are on there. Yep. That's
And then there's San Jose and Ontario.
yeah, San Jose and Ontario are March. So,
March.
yeah.
Cool. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at TigerBelly, on Twitter at the TigerBelly. You can also follow Khalyla at Calamity K, and check out our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel, guys. This is going to be video now. Go on there, check it out. Make sure you subscribe. And if you are listening to this on YouTube or even iTunes, write us in the comments. Let us know who you want as a guest, maybe. And yeah, and we'll see if we can make it happen. And make sure you follow Bobby Lee on Instagram at Gilbits, Gilbits. at Gilbits. That's once again for Bobby Lee, Gilbits.
Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Cucucan como pagaki Cikumula kau dapat kami ulbi Buro kaya kapag hindi tulukma Syukulok mula iye Cucucan como pagaki Cikumula kau dapat kami ulbi Buro kaya kapag